welcome back one and all to Retro Racing, race 7 of season 1 here at the Catalunya Grand Prix circuit in Barcelona. It's promising to be an absolutely cracking race, the penultimate round of the championship. Anything can happen, and here is the championship standing. Steve F1 has snatched the lead in the championship fight. He's on 50 points, just over Mitch in the McLaren with 48. It is so close, this championship. And yeah, well, I think the qualifying has really spiced things up. Lex takes pole position, Mungino takes P2, AFC Guna takes P3, Mitch takes P4, Steve F1, his title rival, takes P5, Mandalorian P6, Diesel P7, Matt P8, Steven P9, ToMC P10, GBM Allman P11, RJ Cool P12, Spooky P13, JC P14, Craig P15, and Jules rounds out the back in P16. It's just the time to hand over to your commentators, myself, James Shaw, and the one and only Justin Dix. So here we go then, Justin. The start of race 7 at Catalunya is about to get going. There we go, the lights are out, and Lex from pole position gets a brilliant start there, Justin.
Fucking hell, Mangino there, straight into the slipstream of Lex as they run down towards turn 1. Mangino pulls out. Is he going to try and move? Oh, he's late on the brakes. Can he slow it down? Lex retakes the lead. That's brilliant driving there from Lex. Absolutely showing Ron Dennis how it's done. As Mitch in the second McLaren tried it through turn 3. Here we go, side by side with Mangino. We've got an arrows. There's an arrows crashed in the background. There's Mitch still up the inside of Mangino, trying to fight this out tooth and nail, James.
So here we go, and they're heading towards the hairpin of turn 5. It looks like Mitch there still trying it round the outside of Mungino, but Mungino is not letting this one go in the Ligier there in P2. He's really not wanting to let this possibility of a win go off the cards. There is Steve F1 currently sat in P6. He's got Mandalorian in front of him. He's going defensive through turn 9, and this is a very, very fast right-hander. But yeah, this is just absolutely close and crazy. And there is Steve F1. He's going for a look up the inside of Mandalorian. Mandalorian leaves room, and he gets a tap there from Matt. That could, yeah, it does. It allows Steve F1 up the inside. So that's Steve F1 now up to P5, Justin.
And it's fucking brilliant there for Steve F1. But here we go. Lex leading the race, running through the final Mickey Mouse chicane. And he's called Mickey Mouse because he's got some bloody sausages the size of Mount Everest through there. I'm pretty sure Mitch will not be liking them, as he's now in P3. He's stuck behind Mangino. Can he get close enough for a bit of slipstream? Here we go, on the start-finish straight. One of the longest straights in this championship. But because it's such a slab corner and a final corner, it creates a situation where it's very, very difficult to overtake him towards turn 1. Mangino there takes a bit too much curb, and that puts him under pressure from Mitch. But yeah, running through turn 3. We're getting a bit of a replay, James.
Yeah, so this was the Arrows driver of Spooky running on the first lap. Yeah, there, he just got onto the AstroTurf, absolutely T-boned the wall, and he's heading off to the scene of the accident. But this is back live now. Mungino all over the back of Lex. Lex cannot seem to pull away from the Ligier of Mungino. He's really, really pushing here, and yeah, it's definitely showing that he's got some rapid pace. It's just whether he can keep stringing it all together for 40 minutes solid, as yeah, Lex there looking a little bit ragged in the lead of the race. Mitch up the inside of Mungino through turn 9, and that's a lovely, lovely move. Pound straight away as soon as he saw an opportunity. Now he's going a little bit defensive into the hairpin of turn 8, and yeah, Steve F1 right now, he's just seen that Mitch is now up to P2, so that's going to put pressure on Steve F1 to get a bit of a wriggle on. Yet there you could see on the replay, Mungino just got a little slight wiggle running it through turn 8, and that just left the door wide open for Mitch. But here we go, there is your race leader Lex, currently in P1 with his teammate Mitch right behind him. It looks like Mitch may have had a little bit of a wiggle out of the final chicane. This could give Mungino a run here, Justin.
Fucking hell, he's so close. Here we go, all over the back of Mitch in towards turn 1. Is he going to go up the inside? Which side is he going to go to? He's getting up to... he's just hit the back of Mitch. Oh no! He's really... he's caused a few little bit of bumps and grinds there through turn 1. But yeah, Mangino, I'm pretty sure that could be a possible penalty there. I don't think it was intentional, but it looked like he just completely missed his braking point, slammed into the back of Mitch. Luckily for Mitch, He didn't lose a position, lost a little bit of time, but yeah. Oh, now this is allowed AFC Gunner. Oh, no, sorry, it's allowed Steve F1 to try and attack AFC Gunner. And yeah, oh, this is really, really close now.
Indeed it is, Justin. There's a battle going on between both Tyrrells and both Lotuses. That's Matt, Mando, 2MC and Diesel fighting out tooth and nail. Here's a bit of a replay. Just looks like Mungino a little bit unsighted there. Yeah, unfortunately, just got in with a bit too much speed. This is the rear view from Mitch, and I think we're just about to see a little bit of a punt. Yeah, that's all it took, but the crucial thing, did Mitch run off the circuit? No, he didn't. He kept a wheel on the circuit there. We'll see on board here. Yeah, that's AFC Gunner running through turn 1. Mungino all out of shape after the hit with Mitch. And yeah, there we can see in the top right-hand corner, Mitch has... Oh my God, we've just seen Mandalorian run over the sausage, nearly went airborne, but yeah, there you can see in the top right hand corner, Mungino has been given a -1 point penalty for over aggressive driving from the stewards. Like I say, that didn't look intentional. Oh, we've got Mitch there taking the lead of the race from his teammate Lex. Is Lex going to fight this? No, Mitch is up the inside, and that is the race lead in his pocket. Steve F1 will have also seen that, and yeah, that's going to put even more pressure on Steve F1 in 4th place, seeing that his championship rival is now technically, in points terms, in the lead of the championship. Steve F1's going to have to do something pretty special here, as this is a replay from the previous lap, as I put my tongue back in, and there is 2MC up the inside there of turn 4 as they run down towards turn 5, slight hairpin. Oh, he got so close there, Justin. Ah, fucking hell, Lula Diesel there. Just got a little bit pinced by his teammate, not allowed time C round the outside, but we're back live now. There is AFC Gunner running in B3, running through turn 9. And yeah, these front 4 really trying to pull away from Matt in P5. And there is Tom C trying to attack the back of Mandalorian. There is the new driver, Steven, in the Ferrari. He's just been overtaken by Mungino. Mungino trying to fight back. No, Steven trying to get back around the outside at the top of the hill. Here we go. And braking, turning in. Oh, Mungino there has just slid onto the sausage cup. And yeah, that's just put off Steven, and it definitely put off RJ Cool. But here we go. Mitch now, yeah, currently in P1, and this is definitely the position he needs to finish the race in, because if he wants to take the fight to Steve F1 in the championship, this is where he needs to try and finish. There is Mandalorian running behind Matt, cannot seem to find their way through, but yeah. Right now, I think, yeah, I think if Steve F1 comes over the radio to Flavio, I'm pretty sure Flavio will be thinking, you know, if you don't get a move on, you know, our boat's just sailing down the creek of shit, you need to try and find a way through. But here we go, Steve F1, he's on the back of AFC Gunner, running through turn 5. Can he try and find a way through here, Jane? No, turn 5 is definitely one of them corners where if you're going to make the overtake, it needs to be up the inside or carry the speed round the outside, and I think Steve F1's just a touch too far back to try any of them moves. Here we go, up towards turn 9. This is a mistake maker. If you run a touch too wide, there's a massive gravel trap there on the outside of the corner that can absolutely swallow you up and end up sucking you off. But here we go, Steve F1 under braking. AFC Gunner getting very, very close here behind Lex as they run up the hill. P2, 3 and 4, very, very bunched up, and Matt in P5 is not too far away, so I'm pretty sure Steve F1 will be wanting to get a wriggle on there. As you see the rear end of the Benetton just slightly wiggling there, and yeah, AFC Gunner all over the back of Lex. Lex absolutely clobbers the final curb. That's put him really, really slow as Mandalorian heads into the pit lane now, and he's down to Mr. G.
Oh my God, guys, yes, the Lotus team are ready, and he's trying to perform the undercut. I'll let you know where he feeds out.
Thanks for that, Mr. G, as I think we're getting a bit of a replay here. This was before Mandalorian pitted. He rubbed the inside of Matt running through the top section of the final sector, and yeah, that was a brilliant move there from Mandalorian, getting in front of Matt just before he pitted. And this is back live, and yeah, he's out in P7 right now, with 2MC right behind him on brand new fresh tyres as well. There is P2, the battle going on. Lex has run wide, and that's put AFC Gunner up into P2 at the moment. Oh, Lex trying to fight back here against AFC Gunner. Lex is not giving up on this one.
fucking hell, here we go. Running towards turn 7, a very, very tight corner. It's tight on your own. Oh, Lex slides in there and slaps into the side of AFC Gunner. That could be possibly a penalty coming his way because that was slightly aggressive, but depends what the stewards say so. But Lex now back up into P2. He's trying to fight like hell. But Steve F1 going up the inside. That's what Steve F1 needs to do in the title fight. If he wants to win this championship, he's back up into P2. So Mitch right now has not got much of an advantage. But here we go. Lex running in P3. AFC Gunner at P4. And yeah, god damn, this is so close now. AFC Gunner up the inside. Now he backs out of it. Lex runs through in towards the final chicane now. And there's Diesel in P5 right behind AFC Gunner. AFC Gunner, Diesel, turn C into the pit lane. Steve F1 and Mitch stay out. My god, guys, lots of drivers in the pit lane all in one. Lex, AFC Gunner, and yeah, it's all kicking off down the pit lane. Thanks very much, Mr. G. As we're just looking there at a replay of Diesel getting past, I think it was either ToMC or Matt, and there is, oh, they're just coming out of the pit lane right now. They're just filed in front of Mungino. Yeah, AFC Gunner there just comes out. The number 53 Mercedes-Benz just comes out in front of Mungino. So here we go then, running through turn 3. Oh, it looks like Matt's run wide there. And this is a replay from Mungino's point of view. And yeah, this was very close at the pit exit. AFC Gunner just slotted in front of Mungino. That was very close indeed, Justin. Fucking hell, it was so close. But here we go, there is the race leader. He's got a nice gap over Steve F1 in P2. But right now, what he wants to do, he wants to be able to pit and come out in front of the main pack. But there is Mandalorian in P3. He pitted only a few laps ago with ToMC right behind him. They were the first to do the undercut, and it's worked out perfectly for them. But ToMC now trying to fight Mandalorian. But this is a fight that really, if they start squabbling, it's going to allow Mitch to be able to pit and possibly come out in front of them. It will be very, very close. But here we go, running through the final sector. ToMC all over the back there in the Tyrrell, all over the back of the Lotus of Mandalorian. Running through the final Mickey Mouse chicane. Mandalorian runs slightly wide, and Mitch is in the pit lane. This is going to be so close, chaps. Indeed it will, Justin, as the McLaren team get to work. Mitch is heading out of the pit lane, and there is ToMC and Mandalorian heading over at the start-finish line. I think ToMC, yeah, there you can see in the distance, Mitch is coming out of the pit lane, and he's come out, there he is running through turn 1. He's come out back in the lead of the race, so that just shows you how much pace that Mitch has got, and that's devastating for Steve F1 because he's come out of the pit lane and he's down in P6. That is absolutely horrendous. He's got a few drivers in front of him. This was the onboard of who was this? This is the Ferrari of GBM Allman. Oh my god, that was Jules coming out of the pit lane. Just I think he completely forgot where to brake, and that was very close indeed. That was GBM Allman on board of the Ferrari. Luckily there, Jules did not wipe him out at turn 1. But here we go. There is Mandalorian in P2, currently running very well after one stop. But he was the first, along with ToMC, to pit around, what were it? We're lap 5, so that was about 3 laps ago. They're on lap 8. But yeah, what I do know is Mitch is really, really sitting pretty after having pitted and coming out in front of these guys. That is the best thing. But here we go, Steve F1, he's got to fight on to try and get himself back in towards P2. He's got 4 cars in front of him if he wants to finish in P2. I'm pretty sure he'll want to win, but with Mitch doing that overcut and coming out in front of everybody, I think that's pretty much an impossibility for Steve F1 right now. He's going to have to really come up with something special on the strategy to try and oh, it looks like Stephen there in the Ferrari. Oh, his first drive for Ferrari's just gone absolutely tits up, as yeah, he's well and truly binned it out of the final corner, lets the drivers through. That's what we like to see. Little dangerous re-entry to circuit. And yeah, we're back live now, Justin. Fucking hell, this is definitely the race of different strategies. The tyre wear through this circuit is so better. Definitely on the left-hand tyres can really put the pressure on them. Oh, they can see Mangino probably putting a bit too much steering lock on, and that could really scrap the front tyres and really damage them in a long stint. But here we go, Mandalorian P2 and ToMC right behind him in P3. But I'm not expecting Mandalorian to catch up to Mitch because Mitch is on way fresher tyres. But here we go, this is further back. This is RJ Cook in P10, the final points position, running behind Matt in P9. that's further back. That is Craig in the Williams, and Spooky, a new driver in the Arrows, and he's also got Jules. Jules is running fairly well down the order right now, but there is Mitch leading the race, running through the final sector, and AFC Gunner, this is one of the strongest races for him, currently running in P5, right behind Lex in P4. Here we go, through the final Mickey Mouse section. It's all about missing the first chicane and clobbering the second, and AFC Gunner takes that one quite nicely. Steve F1 very, very close. Oh, Steve F1 gets slightly sideways out of the final corner. So that advantage he had is pretty much gone up in smoke, and if anything, I think Term C in P3 is close to Mandalorian, but we're not looking at that, we're looking at AFC Gunner, currently running in P5. Yeah, he's doing very well in P5. There is Craig. I think he's absolutely got the final chicane wrong, as it looks like RJ Cool looking up the inside of Matt in towards turn 1. Has he put Matt off enough? I don't think he has. Matt retains P9. And there we go, the running through turn 3. That is a very close battle. But now we're looking up for the battle for P2. This is Mandalorian in P2 and Tom C on the exact same tyre wear because, unless his driving strategy is different, he should be on the same tyre wear because he pitted on the same lap as Mandalorian. But the problem for these guys is that the pack behind them are on slightly fresher tyres, so even though they've jumped in front of them, now they're going to be coming back under pressure from Lex, AFC Gunner and Steve F1. Oh, it looks like Tom C up the inside there. Mandalorian in towards the hairpin at turn 10. Yeah, he's gone up the inside, but Mandalorian's fighting back up the hill. Mandalorian retakes P2. And this is a bit of a replay, Justin. Fucking hell, somebody's weaving around there, very, very crazy. But Aldman's gone up the inside there of Craig, and now he's up the inside of Jules as he ran up towards turn 5. So that's a brilliant bit of driving there from the GBM Aldman. As Mandalorian back into the pit lane, and Term C has followed him in. This could be very, very crucial. Where they're going to feed out. AFC Gunner now is in P2. And he's got Steve F1 all over the back of him. Here we go, Steve F1, this could be the opportunity. Under braking, do not make a mistake. Very, very clean, very, very smart driving there. No lockups, and Steve F1 into P2 right now. And that's a nice move there. Indeed it is, Justin. Oh, we're looking at a replay there of Matt running through the final corner. Oh, that's devastating for Matt. That has well and truly shattered his confidence. And that just allowed RJ Cole through. So yeah, we're now looking live at his teammate Tom C, currently sat in 5th position behind Mandalorian. There is Mungino in P8. He was looking so good for him in the first opening laps, but unfortunately 16 minutes in, it's not looking amazing right now, sat in P8. And Matt is trying. Oh no, this is a replay of Matt with RJ Cole. He retook the position there from RJ Cole all the way around the outside. That's a nice little move there from Matt after he's off. And this is just one of them races where 1 minute one driver's looking really, really quick, and then the tyre wear kicks in. And the exact same driver that was looking quick can absolutely look like a sitting duck. As AFC Gunner and Steve F1, they're really being hunted down now by Mandalorian, who only pitted 1 lap ago. I think some of these drivers are going to have to head into the pit lane. Fucking hell, there's a replay of Craig. Oh, Craig there, he got a shove there from Jules. With Jules running towards. Oh, it just looks like he just completely didn't realise the width of his car. And in the top right hand corner there, he's got a minus 3-point penalty from the steward. So that's for forcing a driver off the track, and that's just a bog standard minus 3-point penalty. Very, very harsh, but it makes sure that the drivers don't take liberties. We're now back live. This is AFC Gunner and Mandalorian up the inside. AFC Gunner's been put off in the mirrors. He's run wide. That's devastating for AFC Gunner, Jack. Yeah, AFC Gunner was doing so well, Justin, but that is just well and truly shot his tyres up and shot his confidence. And
AFC Guna now down to P6 and a few seconds off the race lead now. There is Steve F1. He pitted, I believe, about 8 minutes ago, so his tyres will also be looking pretty second-hand right now, as Mandalorian on fresh tyres is right behind Steve F1. Here we go on the run down towards the hairpin at turn 10. Mandalorian looks, but he's too far away. Steve F1 turns in with confidence. And yeah, the run up the hill in towards the final section. This is the section where Mandalorian has looked very, very strong. And Steve F1 very, very cautious through there. Mandalorian trying to force something here, Justin.
As long as he's not forcing a shit out, that's all I care about. But here we go. Through the final chicane. Steve F1 runs wide. That could give Mandalorian a run. I can't believe Steve F1 has not pitted yet. But he's got one more left to go before his pit window opens. And here we go. Mandalorian very, very close. Is this going to be the position? Here we go. On the run. Down towards turn 1. On board with TMC. Mandalorian in the slipstream. Oh, where's he going? Where's he going? I think he's had a problem. He's run wide and that's TMC in front of Mandalorian. What the hell was Mandalorian doing there? I do not know. But now Mandalorian under pressure from Lex and TMC all over the back of Steve F1. Here he goes up the inside of turn 3. TMC takes P2. Mandalorian still having problems running wide in the background, and that put Lex up to P4. They're still side by side, but there we go. Lex is running front. Here we go with a replay. What the hell happened here? Oh, what was he doing? What was he doing, Jack?
Well, it just looks to me like he absolutely shit himself there, but here we go. We're back live. There is Lex running in P4. He's got Steve F1 right in front of him on knackered tyres. Can Lex try and hunt Steve F1 down in P3 right now? Just to let you know, Mitch has got a full 8-second gap over TMC in P2. So the pit lane stop time around here is around 7.5 seconds. So that looks pretty good for Mitch right now. He's definitely got a full pit stop in his pocket. There's nobody able to stop him today, as there is Mitch's teammate Lex in P4. Can he try and hunt Steve F1 down? Mandalorian seems to have regained a little bit of confidence. There is your race leader Mitch, and Steve F1 is not too far away. Yeah, he's heading into the pit lane. He's definitely doing 10-minute stints here, so this is part of his 3-stop strategy. And Mandalorian right behind Lex. Is this Lex going to have to go defensive? I do not think so here, Justin.
Fucking hell, here we go. Mandalorian trying to weave slightly in the braking zone, trying to put Lex off, running through turn 1, compromise turn 2. Here we go, running through turn 3. That was why Mandalorian did a slight weave just before the braking zone, trying to put Lex off, make Lex try to believe that he was going for it, even though he was nowhere near. But here we go, running through turn 4. Mandalorian got a hell of a lot more grip than Lex. Here he goes. Is he going to try it up the inside? No, he thinks better of it. Waiting for a better opportunity. Lex there, absolutely getting ragged on the throttle. And that, once you start ragging the rear tyres, it's just a never-ending cycle of burning them up. As he ran up towards turn 9. Here we go, very fast, the right-hander. Do not run wide because there's a lot of gravel on the exit. And there you go, these two very, very hard pushing. But Lex is going to go defensive now. He leaves the door wide open. Mandalorian looks up the inside. Here we go. Through the hairpin turn 10. Now Lex holds on to it. Lex! His rear tyres are absolutely shot. But slid right in front of Mandalorian. Mandalorian right now will be thinking, just try and sniff a move. Try and put him off. Here we go. Through the Mickey Mouse chicane. Mandalorian getting lots of air there. Almost went airborne. As, Mitch into the pit lane. Where is he going to feed out? I think he's going to feed out in front of TMC. There is TMC, and he's heading down towards turn 1. There is Mitch, comes out back into the lead of the race. So this is working out very, very nicely there for Mitch. Here we go. Mandalorian up the inside of Lex, and he makes the move. Finally gets his way through, and maybe you should try absolutely mounting that final chicane. Here's a replay. That was crazy, Jack.
Crazy maybe, but it ended up working, and this was the drag run down towards turn 1, pretty much side by side with very, very similar pace. But Lex just had to lose out there down at turn 1. Mandalorian got his braking right and got the position. So this is back live now. Lex in P4, and he's got Steve F1 now hunting him down on fresh tyres. Steve F1's only been on them tyres for 3 minutes, whereas I believe Yeah, Lex's tyres are a fair bit older than that. And here we go, Steve F1 and Diesel. Diesel's coming back into the fight. It looked like he'd been out of it and slipped into the midfield pack, but he's really fighting his way back into this fight. There is Mungino. Oh, them rear tyres are absolutely shot on his car. And yeah, I think he's absolutely cooked him, which is why he's heading backwards instead of forwards. There is Mitch, the race leader, on brand new tyres, come out in front of TOMC. And this is the battle behind Mandalorian. Steve F1 all over the back of Lex now, running through the final chicane. Lex just needs to keep it all calm. And yeah, once again, running absolutely flying over them chicanes. Here we go, Mandalorian and Lex back into the pit lane as Steve F1 takes them positions without having to fight very hard. And there is Mandalorian at pit exit along with Lex as they head out. And Diesel's also pitted on the same lap, so Diesel's got the same strategy going on as his teammate. Here we go, heading out of the pit lane. I think they're going to come out just in front of AFC Guna, who, yeah, unfortunately after his little error earlier on, it's really put him out of this fight, and that's the last thing you want to see is a driver coming out in front of you on fresher tyres round here at Catalunya. Here we go, there is TOMC sat in P2, and he's still running around with Steve F1 hunting him down. But yeah, Justin, what do you think is going to go on right now? Because it looks to me as though Steve F1 is on a 3-stop, whereas Mandalorian and TOMC are possibly on for a 4-stop race. What do you think is going to be the winning strategy, Justin?
Well, the winning strategy right now looks like a 3-stop. But that was, you know, it's because Mitch has got so much pace, whereas Steve F1 is trying the same 3-stop along with Mitch. But I don't think it's going to work because he's just not quick enough. He's not got the pace of Mitch. But this could really, really either it'd be amazing and he you know, he gets P3 or P2, or as the way I've predicted, the guys around him going for the extra stop. Oh, Lex really, really burning them rear tyres already. But yeah, I think the guys who are doing the extra stop are going to end up jumping Steve F1. TOMC into the pit lane, down to Mr. G. My God, guys, the guys down at Tyrrell were contemplating possibly trying to stretch them tyres out, but they knew if they could try and get him out in front of Mandalorian, that could be a winning ticket.
Thanks again, Mr. G. Yeah, Steve F1 takes P2. TOMC comes out in front of Mandalorian in P4 now. So, yeah, them two guys really are on the same strategy, but TOMC's got a slight advantage right now as he's on a lap fresher tyres than Mandalorian. He's got 1 lap extra, and that may pay dividends later on as the tyre wear is so aggressive around here, especially with the front left. You can see the marbles lining up on the outside of the very fast right-hand corners where all the marbles just congregate around the outside, and there is Diesel really trying to get himself back into this fight, hunting down Lex in P5. And here we go, under braking. It's a very, very awkward left-hand corner as they run up the hill towards turn 9, which is a very fast right-hander. Cannot make a mistake, cannot run wide, as it will be absolutely devastating if you do. But then again, if you go in there too slow, you're just going to throw lap time away. But here we can see Steve F1 in P2, and like I said, TOMC on brand new tyres along with Mandalorian, really, really hunting Steve F1 down. This is the advantage that Mitch has got because he's got such a massive pace gap over Steve F1. He's pulled out such a gap of around 10 seconds, whereas Steve F1 cannot seem to pull that gap. And here comes TOMC, Justin.
Fucking TOMC got so much pace right now, brand new tyres. Can he get in that slipstream? Here we go, on board, on the nose cam, heading towards turn 1. On the run down to turn 1, it's very far away. Steve F1 goes defensive early. TOMC can brake very, very late now, being on the racing line. Here we go, can he try it around the outside? No, Steve F1 closes the door, says, no, you're not coming through, mate. You can try it, but it ain't gonna happen. But here we go, running through turn 3. TOMC got so much more grip. Here we go, side by side for P2. Here we go, down towards turn 4. Under braking, TOMC very, very close with Steve F1. TOMC takes P2.
That is brilliant, clean, lovely driving there from TOMC to get himself up into P2. And Steve F1 right now is going to be once again looking in his mirrors as Mandalorian on them fresher tyres is also hunting him down as they head up towards the hill, towards turn 9, which is a crucial corner, especially when your tyres are running out. Steve F1 still needs to go another lap before he needs to pit. But Mandalorian's got a really good run there on turn 9. Yeah, you can see Steve F1 run a bit wide, but he's trying not to give up. Here we go towards the hairpin at turn 10. Mandalorian takes it round the outside there, Justin. That was lovely. Fucking hell, this is the moment where Steve F1 needs to realise, I think his strategy is not working. He needs to probably either pit or, you know, I just don't, you can clearly see such an advantage on fresher tyres. But yeah, here is Diesel in P6 and Lex in P5 trying to hunt Steve F1 down. But yeah, Steve F1 still has to stick to his strategy, staying out for one more lap. And here we go, over the line. Is Diesel close enough to Lex? I don't think he is, because Lex is going to be getting a bit of slipstream from Steve F1, which will negate any advantage that Diesel's getting. But here we go, down towards turn 1. AFC Gunner has headed into the pit lane. I believe that will be for his final stop. So if he can try and finish in above P8, that will be a very, very good job for AFC Gunner. But right now, this bunch is really, really closed in as Steve F1 is struggling now on his final lap before he has to pit for his final time. But I think Steve F1, you know, I can't. Oh, you can see the tyres have absolutely gone over the cliff. They're sliding all over the place. This could be the championship for Steve F1 slipping out of his hands. How's he going to cope? Oh, he's run onto the grass. This is where the psychological damage could be made right now, knowing that Mitch is just going to win this one. Oh, no. Oh, this was spooky. On the replay. Oh, is he going? Oh, what's he playing at? I think that might be a possible warning there for Spooky, because that was quite dangerous running through turn 9. But there is the race leader. There is Mitch. And he's carrying on. He's not... I was expecting him in the pit lane, but he must be trying to stretch this advantage out a little bit more. KFC runs wide. Oh, Mandalorian absolutely jumps the sausages, but we're expecting Steve F1 in P5 definitely to be heading into the pit lane. I think it's time to go down to Mr. G. Oh my god, guys, this is an absolute gamble. Right now, it looks like Steve F1 and Diesel trying to go to the end of the race, but it's all down to what tyres they put on. They both put on super softs, but those tyres definitely look very, very second hand that are coming off, so it's going to be a long, hard struggle to the end of the race, guys. Thanks again, Mr. G. But here we can see Time C still trying to pull a little bit of a gap over Mandalorian in P3, and yeah, Mitch has got an absolutely monstrous lead in P1. His teammate Lex is sat in P4, and here is Steve F1 and Diesel fighting out of the pit lane, but these guys need to be really, really looking after their tyres if they're going to try and go to the end of the race. AFC Gunner, I think he's definitely going to have a struggle on to get to the end of the race. But here is a battle for J. Cool in P9, and he's got, yeah, I think he's got Matt all over his rear end. Here are the two Ferraris. Unfortunately, GBM Ullman leads the way over Stephen, but Stephen's done quite well to get back into any sort of fight after his crash at the final corner. And there is Spooky in the Arrows heading through turn 1. There's Craig GP down in 15th. It's not been a happy hunting ground for Craig, as the race leader is into the pit lane. He's going for a brand new set of super softs. Time C follows him in along with Mandalorian, so this is definitely the fight for the podium here. Fucking it's going to be very, very close, I think, with Lex in the pit lane. Is he going to come out? I think he might come out side by side with Steve F1 and Diesel, and yeah, Term C and Mandalorian heading out of the pit lane. Where is Lex? Lex is, oh, there he is. Lex is just exiting the pit lane, and he comes out just behind Diesel. So this is crucial now for Steve F1 for the championship right there. Can he hold on to P4? I don't think he's going to be able to fight back for the podium unless the guys in front make a mistake. The key thing here is, can Steve F1, can he hold on to P4? Can he keep Diesel and Lex behind him? But I don't know. Diesel definitely been a little bit like a silent assassin today. He's gone under the radar, and Lex, unfortunately for him, starting on pole position, he's just gone backward. But right now, he's definitely looking as though P4 could be on the cards for Lex, definitely. That could definitely be a possibility. Oh, Lex get all crossed up there as he ran up the hill. Here we go, through turn 9. Diesel very, very close to the back of Steve F1. Steve F1 gone in a bit slow there. This could give Diesel a run. Steve F1 goes defensive.
Diesel on the racing line. Here we go. Under braking. Steve F1 still keeping on to P4. Diesel getting ever closer to the back of that Benetton. Here we go. Heading up towards the final sector. Towards that final Mickey Mouse chicane. Oh, we're going to say Mickey Mouse chicane. Unless he was a Japanese version of Mickey Mouse, he might be called Mickey Mouse. But here we go, through the final sausages there. Steve F1 straddles the sausage through the final corner. Here we go. I think Diesel might be close enough. Here we go for a run. Here we go on the start-finish straight. Diesel side by side with Steve F1. Where is Lex? Lex is too far behind to have an attack, but Steve F1 now down to P5. Diesel up to P4. Here we go. Under braking. Lex very deep on the brakes. Where is Lex? Has Lex got it? No. Steve F1 fends him off. That was crucial there for Steve F1. Indeed, Diesel made his move very decisively down the start-finish straight, and Lex there was very on the edge to having an incident, but he managed to keep it clean, and Steve F1 held on to the position. Here we go then. This is the battle up further up. This is the battle for P2. Mandalorian not letting 2MC go. These two have been fighting tooth and nail, and 2MC's done a brilliant job because he qualified down the order, and yeah, once again done a recovery drive and is up to P2. And this could be crucial as well because 2MC was not too far behind in the championship of Steve F1 either. Mandalorian very close towards the hairpin of turn 10, but yeah, 2MC turns in and the run up the hill. But yeah, this is just one of them battles where 2MC makes a slight mistake and Mandalorian will be through. All 2MC can do right now is keep calm and composed, but Mitch has just had the easiest race of his life so far, just absolutely had the pace to pull away, and once again Mandalorian absolutely flying over them sausages. And yeah, I think he might be close enough to have a run down towards turn 1. Here we go, Steve F1 and Diesel. Steve F1 trying to fight back for P4, running through the final corner. Diesel leaves room on the exit, but Steve F1 is he close enough in this slipstream. Lex is very close as well. Here we go, down towards turn 1, Justin. Oh, the title is on the line here for Steve F1 as he ran down towards turn 1. Lex all over the back of these two. He breaks early. Steve F1 tries it around the outside, regains P4. That was fantastic. That was crucial for his title fight. But here we go. Diesel still trying to harass the back of the Benetton. But that was absolutely fantastic driving. But here we go. Lex up the inside of turn 4. Under braking. Turns in. Diesel still there on the outside. He cannot run wide. He cannot get on the throttle like he would like to. And here we go. Oh, that was fantastic driving there from Steve F1 to try and regain P4. But it's all about keeping in front now. And oh, this is a replay, James. Yeah, so this was further up. This was 2MC with Mandalorian all over his rear end. 2MC turns in, hits the apex, but yeah, Mandalorian is definitely close enough to really fight for P2. And as there you can see, as they run through turn 3, Mandalorian still fighting through that dirty air, but we're back now live, and this is the battle for P4. Diesel runs a bit deep in turn 10. And yeah, Lex really with them fresher tyres over these two, he should be trying to fight his way through. But Steve F1, that was just, I just don't know how to explain it other than that was so crucial and so committed there on the outside of Diesel. Diesel could have easily run wide, and he also did absolutely fantastic just to keep his line and keep the inside, but unfortunately lost out to Steve F1. But is he close enough now to try and fight back for P4 here, Justin? Fucking hell, I can see this championship definitely going down to the wire. And yeah, oh, Diesel pulls out to the slipstream, and now he's on the racing line. Steve F1 gone defensive, but he's gone in a bit deep. This could give Diesel the run. Can he do the up and under through turn 3? Oh, he's on the inside now of turn 3. Here we go. Lex also trying it around the outside of turn 3. This is so close. Here we go. Steve F1, is he going to go defensive? Puts his car in the middle of the road, but Diesel, oh, he's a bit chopped off there, but he cannot make his way through. But Steve F1 once again runs a bit wide. Steve F1 definitely struggling on other tyres. Oh, Lex, oh, jinks out from behind Diesel and absolutely slides up the inside. Diesel sees that one coming, but it's, you know, it was a bit crazy there, but it was worth it. And Lex is now up to P5. Here we go with a bit of a replay. Here we go. This is his point of view. Oh, Diesel got a little bit out of shape, and Lex straight away pounced, and that was crucial there. But here we go, back live now, running through turn 9. Oh, Steve F1 once again running a bit wide. This could give Lex an opportunity, running on the hairpin towards turn 10. Oh, Steve F1, them tyres have gone. Them tyres have absolutely gone. Oh, he's lost both positions. That's devastating. Oh, here we go. This is the replay. On board with Steve F1, turns in on the throttle. Lex has got the position, got no grip. Oh, and there he goes. Kiss goodbye to 2 positions there. Oh, that is devastating for Steve F1. And he's only got 2 minutes left of the race. Can he try and fight back? Can he try and find something? I don't know. Steve F1 is one of the drivers who can find a little bit of magic when there's no tyres left. But here we go. There it is. Oh, this is the battle for Lex and Diesel. Diesel's got in front of Lex. So, here we go. Under braking for turn 1. This is so close. Diesel not giving up on their position. Lex is really fighting hard. This is such a close battle. And Steve F1's still in there. Lex taking around the outside. Oh, can he do it all the way around the outside of turn 3? That will be amazing. Steve F1! Steve F1 pinned it! Oh, no! Oh, that's devastating for Steve F1. This is his onboard on the replay. Oh, just got on the AstroTurf, lit up the rear tyres. Oh, and that is devastating. That is his championship. And it's just gone down the creek of shit. Fucking hell. Flavio Brigatore will be absolutely spitting feathers. He will be kicking people. He will be firing people. And there will be heads on chopping blocks. I bet you £20, Jane. I bet you there will be people getting executed after this race. And one of them may be Steve F1. I would not want to be him. And he drives back into the pit lane. But here we go. We've still got a battle. This is Diesel. And Lex is all over the back of him. Diesel on slightly older tyres, but showing the fight of a lion trying to hold on to P5. And yeah, this is so close. But we got to look at the lap time, because there we go. We're at 39.49. So this is going to be their last lap. I think the front 3 will get another lap, but this is it. This is the fight for the finishing line. And there is, yeah, they're going to carry on. But there is Diesel heading over the start-finish line. Is he going to hold on? This is going to be very close. Lex very, very close behind Diesel. Oh, Diesel gets P4. Lex P5. And AFC Guna very close behind, comes away with P6. There's Mangino, recovers to P7, but he's got that -1 point penalty, but he will still be happy with points on the board. There is Steve F1, absolutely devastated there for Steve F1, coming away with P8. There is Matt in P9. He's been... Oh, what's he doing? What's he doing? Get over the line, boy. Where are you going? Oh, manages to get over the line in P9. And Stephen, what a turn up for the books. The first drive in retro racing finishes with a final point there for Stephen in the Ferrari. But this is the fight for P2. Tom C and Mandalorian heading down towards the final big braking zone in turn 10. Here we go. Tom C turns in. I think Tom C is definitely just going to be able to hold on to this. But Mitch is just about to go through the final chicane. There he is, flying through. Oh, he makes the chicane. There he goes, over the top and through the final corner. This has been a masterclass by Mitch. He was devastated last time out. But here we go. It's all smiles over the line and wins the Spanish Grand Prix here at Catalunya. Brilliant race there. Tom C recovers well to P2, and Mandalorian finishes on the podium for P3. What a brilliant race there, Jack.
Indeed, Justin, but this race is well and truly, I think it's allowed Mitch to feel like he's got one hand on that championship trophy already. Steve F1 will be crying on his way back into the pit lane. What a race there for the championship. So there we go then, there are the final race results. Mitch taking the full 10 points, with Tom C in P2 taking 9, but the one down in P8, Steve F1 only taking 3. That's really absolutely dented his championship hopes, but he's still not out of it. Neither is Tom C. There are the championship standings going into the final round. Mitch has got 58 points and only 5 behind. Tom C and Steve F1 are both tied currently for second place. All it takes is a disaster for Mitch, and either Tom C and Steve F1 could still take the championship. It is going to be very, very close indeed. And yeah, then midfield battles are also very close. Lex on 28, GBM Holman on 26, and AFC Guna on 23. Right, so let's have a look now at the next race, which will be taking place in Germany at the Nürburgring Grand Prix circuit. So there we go. This is the final race of the championship. You do not want to miss this. anything can happen, as we've seen today with Steve F1 losing that championship lead. So all that's left for me to say is thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and see you again next week. Goodbye.